Yo, welcome everybody. Bam, here I am. I'm gonna just continue on with my playthrough of Spellforce 3 Reforced. Let's get right into it. And let's enter this
I'll
lost
take a
city.
look.
The
Yeah,
stone doors shut behind as you step through the overgrown arch, and you are met by an almost eerie silence. Yet you immediately feel a presence, a power long forgotten, waiting for someone or something to wake it from its slumber. The Nexus must be nearby.
Incredible. So, this is the Nexus?
The upper levels. We'll need to go further down to find the heart. Come.
Oh wow, this is. Why is my cursor really fast? What the heck happened? The game update or something? I'm guessing we're about to face a boss.
That's the way.
I'm
Sounds like a
comfortable
plan.
to have an army with me. Anything over here? Nope.
Why not?
Let's see what's over here.
Blasted armor.
Is he saying that because he's tired? I remember him saying that a lot during the last stream. Oh, what's that? Can I talk to
You
it?
got it.
It's an enemy.
The golem.
Oh, it's an enemy. Okay, shield dash. Uh oh, what is he doing? He's almost dead. He's almost dead. There we go. What we got? Part of a fire golem. Core of a fire golem. I'll take all that. Let's heal up the party.
Blazes. That thing is huge.
Oh, what the hell? I ain't good. Yeah, that's not good.
Damn it.
One more hit. Oh god. Oh geez, yeah, she needs like a potion. Ah! This is gonna. We're gonna cut it close. We're gonna cut it close. It's all you. It's all you. Come on, this grim. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. There we go.
Stay
Survive.
with me.
Go back to the Godstone for my guy.
So, what's the
Blazes.
plan?
That was unexpected.
I feel like I need more potions next time. I need to like stock up on potions. That's my biggest thing. I don't have any potions, so I can't do nothing. Can't do anything. I have 5 focus potions, but it's only. Right, maybe I should start using my items more often. Yeah, let me save. Let's advance the story. That's what it's all about. Advancing the story.
Well, blow me down with a feather. And here I thought this couldn't get any more impressive.
Then I'm guessing we got lucky? This is the Nexus?
Yes. We found Mullendeer's heart. So, as I said already to Har, if we're to find out anything about the Bloodburn in this city, it'll be here. Do you see that massive pillar in the center? That's where the Shivers drew their energy from. They used it to communicate, to store knowledge, to power the mechanism in their city, and to build their most magnificent creations.
So what did they
What did
create?
they paint? Just creatures?
Well, obviously just a few select items, such as, I suppose, the runes we found. Almost skilled of our craftsmen were allowed to work on that you see over there. Being Clar, a runesmith with the most respected positions in society, and only those priest casts were considered. I'm guessing whatever miracle allowed them to create these ghost watchers outside was also manufactured here.
This energy. What is?
And where exactly does that energy they channel in here come from? What is it?
Well, that's one of the greater mysteries. There's theories and few facts. But the most likely was that it draws from some kind of world essence, the same we may use to cast magic.
If something like that exists, why have I ever heard about it before?
As I said, it's just one of many theories. I might be completely mistaken.
This is also some kind of archive?
Well, not in the traditional sense. I doubt you'll find a lot of books here. Apparently, some Shapers were able to communicate with each other by thought alone.
I've heard of it, but what does the Nexus have to do with it?
Their telepathy wasn't an innate skill. It was something the higher castes learned through joining their to that pillar. They were connected.
A lot of scholars idealize the Shapers.
That might be true, but their telepathy is mentioned in the stone tablet, not just from Shapers themselves, also from the few races dared to defy them. They all described them as demigods.
I wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't want someone to be able to read my thoughts.
Well, I don't think joining oneself to that pillar meant your mind was an open book. The mechanics were probably a bit more complex. Nihav's hammer. You feel that?
Energy. Seems there's still some left.
Yeah,
Could that be where the Shapers forged their creations?
very likely so, yes. Wait. How about a little experiment? That strange rune Lacane gave you. Could I, borrow it for a moment?
What for?
As I said, a little experiment. These shards we found on the ghosts outside. I think I might be able to combine them with our rune.
Could be
I don't
dangerous.
think that's a good idea. We have no idea what we're messing with.
Corporal, please, just trust me. I've worked with Shaper artifacts before, and I know what I'm doing.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, Now that's interesting.
What?
The runes. They look alike.
So, Lacane gave us a Shaper rune?
Might be, yeah.
Did he say was a gift from
He
Aeonir?
seemed to think it was a gift from Aeonir.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I personally don't believe in Aeonir handing out gifts to his followers, but as you can tell by the Godstones all over the city, he played a role in the Shaper's faith too. So, technically, it could be both a Shaper rune and a gift from the Allfather.
Still sure you want to do this?
And you're still sure you want to do this?
I am. It may take a while, so I suggest you take a look around in the meantime.
Ah,
Interesting.
that's probably something
What's
useful.
Looks like a map of Fiara. A very old one.
Can that help
Can
us?
that help us somehow?
I think so. Yes. You see those markings? Glyphs. They look like someone carved them into the stone.
Can you make out what they say?
I've been trying, but
Yes, that's it. Over here, quickly!
Isgrim?
Ah, there you are. I was right. It worked. Look.
I don't see anything.
Just take a look. Here, Tahar.
I...
What the hell?
What the heck just happened? What did you do?
I don't know. The rune. It must have reacted to you somehow, Tahar.
Yes, but why? What did you do to it?
I joined it with the shards we found on the Ghost Watchers. I'm guessing that caused some kind of magical reaction when you, as the rune owner, touched it.
So we're bound to the city now.
No, of course not. But I think the rune got stronger. Still, I'll have to do more research on this. I can't help but feeling that these runes are an ocean and we've merely touched the surface.
Let's just hope there isn't a monster on the bottom.
Anyway, what now? We still haven't learned anything new about the Bloodburn or the song.
That's right, we haven't. But while I was working on the rune, a thought occurred to me. Remember how I told you that some higher caste shapers were able to communicate by thought alone, by telepathy? Frankly, I believe that's exactly what the song is. Telepathy.
I mean, we're hearing the thoughts of a shaper?
The shapers are extinct, so no. But it might be someone else using shaper or sort of mental echo. The memories of the dead.
Song is telepathy. You mean what we are hearing?
Isn't an actual sound, but a thought translated by your mind, yes. That explains why not everybody hears it, doesn't it?
Why do we then?
Probably because of our magical gifts. Makes sense, doesn't it?
So, somebody's talking in our heads. That's bizarre. You mean by a mental
Well, the Shapers left all kinds of traces, didn't they? And those spectres fought on the surface are proof that their magic is still prevalent. Also, we know they use telepathy to communicate, so who knows? This song is just a lost, forgotten thought that somehow made it millennia.
That's almost poetic.
That as it may, how does that get any closer to finding a cure for the blood?
Because it tells us what has to be next. Reactivate the Nexus.
Why?
Because it allows us to do the same thing that the Shapers did. Join our minds to that pillar. We connect to the collective subconscious extinct race, which then again could help us understand the song's origin.
Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Well, I argue with that, but then again, a dangerous mission. And even connecting our minds doesn't help us with Bloodburn. Think of what we could learn.
That's another story, but it's right, Tahar. This next case looks like the best lead we have right now.
How do we reactivate it, though?
Good question. But I believe those two pedestals have something to do with it. I'm pretty sure there was to be conjuring the energy of this place.
And they're empty. We need to find whatever was in there. A power source.
Yeah. The only question, how?
I think I have an idea. Let's to that map. I think Iskrim should take a look at it. Here we go. What do you make of this, Iskrim?
A map of old Fiara. My Nihal, this is incredible.
Yes, but I was talking of markings. They look like they were added manually, don't they? I've started translating them already, but I'm stuck. Can you take a shot?
Let me see. Saganar Zavuladon. Stones of... Wait. You're right. The stones of the essence and their location.
Stones of the essence?
Stones of the essence? So they're the power sources we're looking for.
Must be, yes.
Yeah, that doesn't make any
But
sense.
why would hide the stones and then mark their location?
Who says someone hid them? Maybe they just brought somewhere else. It's college that the last years of the Shapers were chaotic, and they might have had a good reason to abandon this nexus.
Then maybe it's not a good idea to bring them back, don't you think?
Well, the thing is, the stones were stuck. We need this place up and running to understand song. Even if my theory about telepathy is wrong, without power, we can't access the archive neither.
Then we need to find them.
Absolutely. And I suggest we right away.
Hold horses, we're not getting these stones anytime soon.
Why?
If that map is anywhere near accurate, one of those stones is located in what's now Mjolnir's blade. No point in there without an army.
The Falcons. Right.
Iron Falcons?
You don't know. The Iron Falcons are an order that is protecting the tomb of Foilmark. They're fighting the world's end, to speak. What about the other mark, Iria? Maybe...
Fjaldarg? I don't know.
Hold on. Fjaldarg? The ancient evil?
Yeah. According to the lore, the Guardians locked this tomb. The seal has gotten weaker as time went by, so for over 800 years, the Iron Falcons have been protecting it. Surprised you know so little of your own country's lore, Tahar.
Well, my father was never interested in old myths.
The Fjaldarg aren't a myth, not at all. If it weren't Falcons, Fjaldarg would be history by now. Let's say they're a likable bunch. Word has it that they're fanatically religious, self-righteous pricks. But I guess living in the desert with only skeletons to keep you company does that to you.
What about the other marking?
That one's worse. This land where the marking point doesn't even exist anymore. It's right in the Black Sea.
You're right. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this island doesn't exist anymore, does it? Maybe cartographers of our era haven't discovered it yet. We could build a ship, sail there and find out.
Yeah, maybe. But again, for that we need support. One who can provide us with influence, me, and at least some troops against what I face there. Not to mention the Tahar that your former general has already sent his dogs on us.
Ideas?
What about that village mayor, Clara Farland? Didn't she tell us something about certain friends she has?
True. And there was a shapter.
Yeah, though I still think this is a good idea.
Oh my god.
How about the Moorhair elves?
Other
You
locations.
told me they're investigating the burn too, didn't you?
Fought them in Leon.
We fought them in Leonon. I doubt they'll be here to cooperate.
They know they made a mistake. That scryer, she snapped, and given General North's intentions, she wasn't even that wrong to do so. Pretty sure they'll listen to what we have to say, especially if they're struggling with the blood burn themselves.
All right, it might be worth a try.
It might be worth a try.
And at least one ally. On the world map, you can select any available location, move a camera. So, okay, this is where the prologue is. And on Great Keep. All right. You know what? Let's go. Let's go here, because I'm assuming you would learn more about the Bloodburn here. So I'm gonna travel to
For decades.
the elves.
All right. The Moorhair settlement should be a little further to the north.
How long have the Moorhair been living
How
here?
long have the Moorhair been living here?
Well, they left Finn and Mir about 30 years ago, and they were sent to settle here 8 years after their arrival. So that's 22 years now.
Quite long, considering Leaf Shade was just meant to be a stopover.
I'm sure they feel the same way. But then again, I understand why finding a new home for fugitive elves wasn't on top of the Crown's priority list after the Mage Wars broke out.
What's the plan?
All right then. What's the plan?
Well, I suggest we try to find their settlement first and then talk to their scryers. They're the ones who make the decisions.
Good. Then lead the way.
Go make some allies. Not a dead animal? The deer has been completely ripped apart. Strangely though, none of its meat has been eaten.
This looks like a beaten path. I think it should take us to the village.
Fishing equipment. Elven, judging by the craftsmanship. The fisher must have left in a hurry. Uh-oh. What the heck? Hopefully they got a shop. I need to buy some potions. You know what? I'm just gonna put my cursor over the question mark, and hopefully they'll just automatically go there. Yeah. So wherever they go, they go. I'll just follow them. Oh! You got some enemies. You can take them out, actually.
Danger up ahead.
You ready? What? What was that?
No idea. Mad.
Oh,
Something
a
had
heal.
eaten away his mind.
Are those enemies? Oh, what the hell? What is that? It looks like they're infected. I don't know if they're infected or poisoned or... No idea. They're green, so I don't know if they're infected by the bloodburn. What is this? What is that? Okay. Yeah, I don't like that green stuff. That green stuff looks pretty nasty.
This way, right?
Ah, village. You gotta go on top. Ah, is the pathway up? Okay. I'm gonna do this. So they're gonna go around and do whatever.
Is this the
Whoa.
village?
Should be, and don't ask me why there's no one guarding the entrance.
Let's take a look around.
Let's
Now
see.
would
Yeah,
you
there's
look at that?
something's happening here. Oh,
Let's
some
see.
food and a broken statue of Nita. There's a tiny symbol smeared over the statue's head, the Bane Crescents. Where's the shop? I demand to see your wares.
Another human? Well, isn't that great?
We're just...
No, say no more. I know why you're here. Looking for some nice elven kin to enhance your bloodline, aren't you?
What?
Yes, that's what I thought. Well, why don't you join your fellow crossbreeders in the Wolfgar lands? There you can copulate all you want. Now sod off.
Oh, thanks. Well, let's go check out the
Let's-
wares.
Want to trade?
Yes, I like to trade. Do you have anything? Oh, this guy does not have any potions. Oh no, that is not good. She gets something with higher damage. What about this crossbow? Crossbow's the same. Yeah, but she needs more strength. And they gotta lower her up. What about wands? He doesn't have any wands either. The guy has no potion. I
A
need.
fair offer.
Damn it! Is there a potion seller here I can just buy straight potions from? Come on, elves can't have potions. I wanna give you my money for some potions.
Huh.
Oh, potions in here?
Interesting.
Or just food? Yeah, food.
Can't believe we're still having this discussion. Tell me, Arlen, where was Ellen in all those years when our people were on the run? Just face it, she never helped us. None of the Guardians did.
Well, maybe they would have if it weren't for heretics like you.
How's Iskrim? Yeah, I'm talking to this guy.
What? Who are you? Who let you in?
The gate was unguarded.
Really? Next thing you know, this place is being overrun by undead because the guards have all gathered to hear us bicker. You're from Gravefell, aren't you? I recognize that accent. I'm Arlen Finriar, first scryer of this settlement. What do you want?
I'm looking for allies, but let me start from the beginning.
Ah, so, you're Isamo Taha's child. Well, you're lucky, I believe, that the Guardians have given us all a free will. I can see that you're nothing like your father, and it's true that the bloodburn has to be ended. I can agree with those crazy cultists on that much.
So you're going to help us?
I would if I could, but as you may have gathered by now, we have our own battle to fight here. Ellen has cursed us.
Does this town have a name?
Does this town have a name?
It does. Lathwain, which roughly translates as respite.
Respite. Sounds kind of temporary.
Well, it is. I don't know how familiar you are with our history, but after the Finnenmere exiled us, we were promised lands by the Queen. Then the Mage Wars came, and understandably, our promised home wasn't of importance anymore.
Which is why you wrote the treaty in Leon.
That incident in Leonon won't make the Lord Marshal more sympathetic to your cause. You broke the White Mist Treaty.
Yes, and it was a horrible mistake. But the people were scared, particularly because Merilith did an excellent job at instilling fear and telling them that our little problem could be fixed by sending a group of scholars into Nortander territory. And what good did it do? Nothing. You'd think that this failure would have shown the Moria how incapable Merilith is as a leader, but sadly, it didn't.
Like, the reason why I thought about the elves as allies was because I faced them already, and hopefully they would understand, hey, maybe finding the bloodburn or whatever is causing the bloodburn is important. So even though their numbers may not be big, but at least it's something. Motivation to be is important. All right, this looks like a nice enough place.
This looks like a nice enough place, though.
Well, save for the undead roaming through the forests and attacking us each night, yes.
All right, so this is just all temporary.
I see. So Leafshade is only a stopover?
Yes, we will find our true home someday. I'm sure of that.
Who is the other elf? The one you're arguing with?
Who is the other elf? The one you were arguing with?
A misguided fool. And sadly one with a very influential father, who made him the second scryer of this township.
Oh, looks like we have to choose between him or the other guy.
Ellen has cursed you?
Yes, our lands are withering, and every 1 in 10 elves loses his mind. Their eyes turn black, they salivate like animals, and attack everything in sight.
And you think Ellen has inflicted this curse upon you?
I know. You see, since we Moria left Finnenmere, more and more of our people have fallen away from our faith. Some even blame the Guardians for our exile. Briefly put, we were cast out of the Finnenmere Empire after we expressed doubts about the Elven Council.
Yes, I know the story.
As you can imagine, the years we spent on the road searching for a new home were strenuous. And as a result of that, more and more of our people lost faith in the Guardians, which is ironic, since our faith was one of the reasons we were cast out in the first place.
The Guardians have become weaker.
Well, you can't deny that the Guardians have become weaker.
That is true. But have you ever wondered why?
I guess you have?
Yes, indeed. They have withdrawn from this world because people have stopped believing. It has always been our belief, our unwavering faith, that had made them strong. Without it, there simply is no reason for them to care anymore.
You're assuming the Guardians behave like little children, take away their sweets, and they run off crying or start throwing tantrums.
It's not that simple. But I doubt this is the right time for a theological discussion.
Probably not.
What does all this have to do with the corruption?
And what does all this have to do with the corruption?
Isn't it obvious? It's Ellen's punishment for us turning our backs on her.
You mean...
Yes, Ellen has protected our kind for millennia. And now, we have betrayed her. This is her punishment.
Isn't the Bloodborne more likely? Yeah.
Isn't it more likely that this is simply the way elves react to the bloodburn?
No, although rare,
Bloodburn.
there have been
I said
cases of
Bloodborne.
bloodburn among the Moria too. And they display exactly the same symptoms as humans. Varden Merilith simply likes to ignore that because it doesn't fit into his nice little theory. Also, why does it only occur in Leafshade and only outside the city walls? The plague doesn't know borders.
What stops you from simply issuing an order?
If you're the first scryer, why do you need Merilith's approval?
Because that's how the Moria law demands it. The Council has to come to a mutual agreement, otherwise we cannot take action.
What do the other scryers think about that? How many are there?
4. 2 of them are with me, 2 with Merilith. You see the problem.
If it's a curse, can it be cured?
If it is a curse by Ellen, how can it be cured?
Of course. Despite all we have done, Ellen still considers us her children. What she wants is for us to remember her, to return to our true faith. In other words, it is a trial. All we need to do is to trust in Ellen's guidance. Then we will find a way to lift the curse.
Any way we can help?
If we help you lift this curse, would you be willing to ally yourselves with us?
Well, the bloodburn is a scourge for all races, so, yes. Should you help us, I could take up the matter with the other scryers. But let me think about it first, will you? This isn't something I can decide on the spot.
We should
Talk to
probably...
this guy.
Salangar.
Oh, sorry.
A pure blood. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any better.
Not what I'd call myself. I haven't been in Finn and Mir for 8 years.
Is that so? Well, who am I to judge? Who let you in?
There weren't any guards.
What?
Iria's an elf.
Great.
Oh gosh.
Just great.
Just noticed that.
This is getting better and better. But please, forgive my manners. I'm Varden Merilith, second scryer of Lathwain. Who are you? And what do you want? Are you with the soldiers?
Soldiers.
Soldiers?
The army folk. But if you have to ask, I suppose you're on your own. Tell me then, what brings you here?
It's a long story.
That's a long story.
So you're the corporal from Lianon? Well, that's a surprise. I know the story, and once more I would like to apologize for what Scryer Elion did. She should not have opened fire. And also, I would like to express my admiration for your courage. I know you refused to carry out the order your general gave you.
How?
A scout observed the conversation you had with that man. Either way, your story sounds bizarre, but I don't think you are lying. And after the events in Lianon, it's only fair if we help you now, to make up for it. Not to mention the fact that the bloodburn needs to be stopped.
So
Yes!
you'll provide us with
There you
troops?
go.
It's not that simple. I have to bring up the matter before the other scryers, and they all have to agree. But not now. We currently have our own sack of problems to deal with.
Which we will solve, and by solving it, you will provide the troops that we need. You will be an ally. Are you the leader of this place? Obviously not, because did you have this conversation? He was right in front of you. This is the thing, all right? This is my main issue with some games. Is the character not listening to the conversation happening in front of him? In front of the character? They're not even that far from each other. Look at them. They're not even that. They're so close to each other. Sorry. All right, let's go on. Are you the leader of this place?
Are you the leader of this place?
One of them, yes. I'm the second scryer, and the Moorhere Council is made up of 6 scryers in total. 7, actually, but our eldest passed away recently, which complicates the decision-making, as you can imagine.
What problems? Quote unquote.
What problems do you have?
The short version? Leafshade has been struck by the Bloodburn. Elves and animals are affected, and for some reason it has a different effect on us than it has on your race. It corrupts us.
Corrupts?
Drives us mad. And if that weren't enough, the Council can't decide on a course of action. Pathetic, isn't it? People are dying, but all we do is bicker.
How many of you are infected?
How many of you are affected?
Not as many as in your kind. 1 in 10, maybe. And for some reason, the infection only spreads outside the city borders.
We were attacked by an elf, yes.
We were attacked by an old elf near the village. He seemed to have gone mad. Was that this corruption?
If he had been drooling like a rabid animal and his skin had been covered in blisters full of pus, then yes. You said he was old.
Yes.
Then it might have been old Ravel. He went out hunting a week ago and never returned. Blazes. What a mess.
Where do you and Finrior disagree?
Where do you and Finrior disagree?
Oh, that's simple. Finrior claims that the corruption has nothing to do with the Bloodburn, but is a curse of the Guardians. Of Ellen, to be precise.
I take it you have a different view on that.
I do. The Guardians are gone. This is a fact we have to deal with.
So where do you think this corruption comes from?
As I said, I think it's just how we elves react to the Bloodburn.
Okay, so this guy is making sense. Okay, so this guy is saying that the corruption, or whatever's happening to them, is caused by the Bloodburn. But the other guy is saying, oh, we're being cursed by Ellen, or whoever this lady is. It's a curse. No, I know the Bloodburn. Can I help?
As I said, I'm trying to find a cure for the Bloodburn. Maybe I might be able to help.
You want this alliance to happen as quick as possible, don't you? Well, yes, maybe your knowledge about the Bloodburn could indeed help us. Give me a moment to think this through, will you? There are some things I need to consider.
All right.
Now what?
Well, if there's any way to get their support, it's by helping them cure this corruption.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating, isn't it? I say we help the old one, Finrear. Merilith seems a tad too convinced of himself for my liking.
Then let's let them know.
All right, this is pointless. Does your offer still stand? An outsider who isn't dependent on the Council's approval might be just what we need.
Okay. Yeah, sure, I'm with you.
I'm happy to assist.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you say that. Come, let's talk somewhere else. I've had enough shouting for today.
All right, more exposition.
That's the way.
All right, let's talk to Arlen.
That's better. Ellen's reigns. Isn't it incredible how this fool is unwilling to see reason?
He seems to think you're ignorant.
Well, from his point of view, you're the one being stubborn. He seems to think you're unwilling to see the facts.
I am seeing the facts. This isn't the first time the Guardians have lain a curse on us. Either way, all the better you're here. Let's discuss how we proceed. What we need above all is proof to convince Merilith. As long as he insists on brewing away that curse with just enough alchemy, we cannot take any real action.
What kind of proof did you have in mind?
That remains to be seen. First of all, scout Leafshade's surroundings. The curse seems to limit itself to the outskirts of our town. I will mark the place on your map where the activity has been most extreme. Secondly, there's a human military outpost nearby. To investigate, you'll need to ask for permission to cross their borders. After the disaster in Leonon, the last thing we want is another breach of our treaty.
Who are those humans?
Who are those humans?
Veterans, as far as I know. So far, our contact has been sparse, but they seem to be peaceful.
How are you planning to cure
If
it?
it really is a curse, how are you planning to lift it from Leafshade?
I've asked myself the same question. But then I realized there's no point in worrying about it as long as that young fool is sabotaging our attempts to stop it.
Isn't it dangerous?
If the jungle is corrupted, isn't it dangerous for us to scout it?
No, the infection doesn't happen instantaneously. If you were to stay longer, say 2 or 3 days, it might get you. But for now, you're safe.
Very comforting.
Got it.
All right. Got it. We'll do our best.
Yes, and thank you. I... Ah, never mind. Just do your best.
I was beginning to think these discussions were never going to end.
No argument there. Let's go talk to the soldiers and see if they let us into their territory to find that proof.
Why not?
I'm gonna cut this stream short today. Anyway, yeah, man. I'm cutting it short there. Cutting it short there. I want to thank everybody who is watching. Always stay positive, and I will see you next time.